Okay, here we go.
Let me ask you a hard question.
It's not a hard question. It's very easy.
go ahead.
It's one of the jugular questions. If it doesn't matter whether God was a sinner, if it doesn't matter if his past prior to his exaltation is irrelevant to your existential Christian faith, your Mormon practice, your life, your orthopraxy, if that doesn't matter to LDS systematics in the ultimate sense, then, and this is why Brigham's view was posited for a moment, it's not to project Brigham's view onto you, but it's to say, if Brigham's right, and that some gods know more than others, and that all the gods are still learning, and they're progressing not merely an internal increase, but they're progressing in their knowledge and power. If all the gods are still progressing in that manner, in principle, it sounds like if God were the least knowledgeable deity, I'll say the most junior deity, he has been exalted for the least amount of time, he's the most recent graduate, if you might say. If God is the least glorious, least knowledgeable, most junior deity, you might say the least high deity, it still sounds like you still would worship him if he was your deity, and then it wouldn't matter that he was those things. Is that fair?
Least knowledgeable, least glorious. Would you still worship him? Is that fair?
I'd say so. And to kind of illustrate why, let me ask you a question. So let's say you had
I
a
would say so.
king that has been
Wicked.
king all of his life. He was born and immediately got the throne. He's been a king from day one.
So wicked.
And now, opposite to him, you have another king of another country, similar size, pretty similar countries. And this king, however, used to be a street sweeper. He hasn't always been a king. Prior to being a king, through some twist of fate, he managed to go from street sweeper to king. Now, both of those kings are kings now. Both of them have fairly equal power in terms of their individual kingdoms. Is one king necessarily greater than the other because one of them has always been a king versus one that used to be a street sweeper?
In terms of kings, they're both kings.
Yeah,
right? They both have the
exactly.
position.
Exactly.
But we don't view God that way. We don't.
You don't.
What's that?
You don't.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for classic Christian theists. Can I interject just one?
But that wasn't the question. The question was, would you worship the king if he was least glorious? Would you worship him as if he was the most glorious? You know?
I'm sorry. I don't think it's proper. Okay. Yeah.
He's the least knowledgeable.
Because we might
Would you worship him anyway?
open up the whole floor. No, sorry.
There's other kings in other places that are better. Are you okay with worshiping a king because he's, you know, the king of this country or this state, this city? You're going to worship him as God? That's what, I mean,
I'm not trying to.
if you want, if you're a God out there, for me to worship you, you have to be better than the God I'm worshiping, right? You have to earn your glory. You have to earn that throne. But this guy, he says, Aaron asked him, least glorious, least knowledgeable. Why would I worship a lesser God? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Your point's taken. I won't even try to object to it. I would just say that's a really good example of how Latter-day Saints think. I think about God. I'm not even trying to be snide when I say that. I'm just
Latter-day Saint apologists. I tried talking to a bishop about this stuff. He didn't even know. He just shut me down. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He thought there was one God. Bishop Romano.
how bad he was in the past, how long he's been God, how he ranks among the other deities is
How he ranks among the other deities.
irrelevant to whether you're going to worship him or whether you think he's worthy of your devotion.
And I would
Whether it matters.
question whether a ranking system exists in the first place, whether it would even be possible to rank them in that way.
But if there was, it wouldn't matter.
If there was, it wouldn't matter. But I would question whether that is
It wouldn't matter.
even, a valid idea.
Look at Aaron. He's got the lip piercing. You can see how it really matters to Aaron, and it really matters to me. That's why I'm making this video. Wicked, wicked, wicked. That's the whole point of God. He's number one. You're kidding. You got to be kidding me. Wicked.
In the first place, I don't think that you can really. There are specific.
I'm good, you guys. Wow.